As the raiders run from the bank with $20,000 and 2 hostages, Dillinger shoots a police officer dead. For the first time, he is wanted for murder. "11 days after the East Chicago robbery, Dillinger and his gang are arrested without a fight in the town of Tucson, Arizona. 3 members of the gang were staying at a local hotel when the building caught fire. They offered a fireman $12 to carry out their trunks. In their room, the gangsters' arsenal of weapons was in plain view, and the police were immediately tipped off. Defying strict legal processes, the authorities bundle Dillinger into an aircraft and fly him from Arizona to Indiana. In Arizona, he is wanted only for robbery. In Indiana, he faces murder charges and the electric chair. Struggling and swearing continually, Dillinger is chained to a seat for the entire trip. Dillinger arrives at the Chicago Municipal Airport on the night of January 30th, 1934. The atmosphere is charged with excitement. He is besieged by reporters and cameramen. Already, the reality of Dillinger, the bank robber, jailbreaker, and cold-blooded murderer, has been overtaken by Dillinger the legend. Dillinger is rushed from Chicago Airport to Lake County Jail at Crown Point, Indiana. There he is placed in the custody of Sheriff Lillian Hawley. The sheriff boasts to newsmen that she can keep John Dillinger. He boasts that she cannot. In an extraordinary testimony to the strength of the Dillinger myth, the county prosecutor, Robert Estelle, and the sheriff pose for photographers with the outlaw. The prosecutor's arm rests affectionately on Dillinger's shoulder. While Dillinger awaits trial in the Lake County Jail, his gang are transferred to Ohio to be tried for the murder of the sheriff of Lima. On their arrival in Ohio, they are met by heavily armed guards and driven in convoy to the Columbus, Ohio prison. Within weeks, Dillinger's 3 accomplices will be tried and convicted of murder. Shortly afterwards, 2 of them will die in the electric chair. At Lake County Jail, vigilance is being gradually relaxed. Armed guards no longer patrol the adjoining streets. But there are still 6 armored doors between Dillinger and freedom. Working secretly, Dillinger uses 2 razor blades to carve a fake revolver from a piece of old washboard. Brandishing his piece of wood, Dillinger disarms his guards, taking 1 hostage. Through a kitchen and out a side entrance, Dillinger and a fellow prisoner, Herbert Youngblood, stroll unmolested. At gunpoint, their captive guard leads the way. Youngblood climbs the high backyard gates to check the street beyond. Dillinger and his hostage casually stroll through the police garage. It is unlocked and unguarded. The street outside is quiet. With their hostage, the 2 outlaws turn left into an alley and make for the side door of the main street garage. The garage owner is taken hostage. Adding insult to injury, Dillinger and Youngblood, with their hostages, escape in a car belonging to Sheriff Lillian Hawley. Within days, both the sheriff and the county prosecutor will have lost their jobs. A postal worker has witnessed Dillinger's escape. Phoning the police station, he is told that he is crazy. He is forced to tell his story 3 times before he is finally believed. In his greatest feat of daring so far, Dillinger has made one fatal mistake. By crossing state lines in a stolen car, he has become the legitimate prey of the FBI. By 1934, under the direction of J. Edgar Hoover, the FBI has created a new type of law enforcement officer, the special agent. Hoover believes that the FBI must become the most dedicated group of lawmen in the country, incorruptible and utterly single-minded.
Do you solemnly swear to support and defend the
FBI recruits undergo a rigorous program of training in weaponry, federal law, and forensic science.
So help you God?
I do.
At the agent's disposal are the FBI's own sophisticated laboratories for the identification of blood samples, fibers, or poisons taken from the scene of a crime. The Bureau has also assembled the largest collection of firearms in the country. Virtually any bullet can be matched to the type of gun from which it was fired. Soon after Dillinger's escape from Lake County Jail, a special Dillinger squad is assembled. Its members are determined to capture the outlaw, alive or dead. Dillinger's trail from Crown Point first takes him to Chicago, where he abandons Sheriff Lillian Hawley's car. Dillinger is twice spotted by detectives but escapes. By March 13th, he is in Mason City. By the following day, he has reached St. Paul, Minnesota, and has teamed up with his girlfriend, Billy Frischetti. The landlady of the boarding house at which the couple are staying tips off the police. Billy and Dillinger escape by a back staircase in a hail of bullets. Dillinger is shot in the leg. In the town of Port Huron, the FBI have cornered Dillinger's fellow jailbreaker, Herbert Youngblood. In a vicious gun battle with police, Youngblood wounds the local sheriff and kills the deputy sheriff. Believing that Dillinger must be somewhere in the vicinity, armed agents mount roadblocks around the town. But they are searching in vain. John Dillinger is in Minneapolis, having his leg wound treated. The treatment will cost the doctor 2 years in jail. A few days later, Dillinger and his girlfriend Billy are sighted in Carthage, Illinois. On April 6th, they abandon their car in Mankato, Minnesota. Another stolen car takes them to Noblesville, Indiana, only a short distance from Dillinger's hometown of Mooresville. On April the 8th, Dillinger takes Billy Frischetti to meet his father on the family farm. Even John Dillinger Sr. has succumbed to the Dillinger myth. He believes that his son robs banks but would never kill. He is convinced by the outlaw's claim that he would never hurt anyone. The fugitive's family has been quick to cash in on the sensation caused by Dillinger's exploits. They have traveled from state to state, speaking in cinemas on Dillinger's loving and generous nature.